Donald Trump says at just about every event now, Republicans should make him the nominee because he can change this map. This is the Obama-Romney map of 2012. President Obama won with 332 electoral votes. The Republicans had only 206. Takes 270 to get elected. Donald Trump says, I can win Pennsylvania. He says, I can win Michigan. He says, I can win Ohio. Now, Democrats say, come on, we'll contest you in those states. But even if Trump did that, if he were the nominee and took all three of those, look, that's not enough. That would get him to 260. So how do we get Donald Trump to the finish line? Well, Virginia would do it. That would make 273 to 265. There's some places out here, New Mexico, Nevada, used to be swing states. The Democrats say no more, especially if Trump's the nominee because of his immigration rhetoric. They also think that Latinos in Colorado, swing voters now, will keep that one blue. But can Trump do this? Can Trump do this? Well, he says it's possible. The Clinton campaign says no, but this fight, even though neither one is officially the nominee yet, already underway. We know they'll fight about immigration. We'll know they'll fight about personal character. We also know, because they're already doing it, they'll fight about what Trump calls the women card.
Well, I think the only card she has is the woman's card. She's got nothing else going. And frankly, if Hillary Clinton were a man, I don't think she'd get 5% of the vote. The only thing she's got going is the woman's card. And the beautiful thing is, women don't like her, okay?
Now, the other day, Mr. Trump accused me of playing the, quote, woman card. Well, if fighting for women's health care and paid family leave and equal pay is playing the woman card, then deal me in.
She doesn't seem to be afraid of that debate about the women. And if you look at close presidential elections in recent history, they tend to be decided in the suburbs. Suburban women have a lot of sway in that. Now, there are other issues at play here as to the point, can Trump change the map with white industrial state voters? But to his point that women don't like her, you might find some polling that shows some doubts, but what about his? USA Today Suffolk poll recently, Donald Trump among female voters, 66% unfavorable. 66% unfavorable. I don't think you can win a presidential election if you have a 66% unfavorable. So Trump would have to fix that and fix it fast.
He absolutely has to fix it. And the interesting thing is their campaign really has made no effort to even begin to try to do that. I think we're starting to see Hillary Clinton say, okay, our primary is continuing. I have to deal with Bernie Sanders, but I'm also going to pivot. I'm going to start dealing with Donald Trump. I'm going to start defining him. We're seeing Trump try to do that a little bit with Clinton, but we're not seeing him even begin to try to deal with this big albatross, which is how women perceive him. And that's going to take coordinated messaging. That's going to take a little bit more discipline than we've seen from him on the stump. And instead, you know, he says things like Hillary Clinton's only winning because she's a woman. And then when, you know, asked about it again, he just repeats it and doubles down. And I don't know how
he's going to have to find a more effective line of attack, because in some ways he is right, because Hillary Clinton is not universally loved by women voters, about 50-50 in most polls. Of course, that's much better than Donald Trump. But they had to figure out probably a new line of attack, maybe even push certain policies that could appeal to women voters in suburban swing districts. That's something, as Sarah said, I mean, that he has to do
and
that
Hillary
all
Clinton
right
just loves playing on that field, too. I mean, she loves being in that defensive crouch and talking about that aspect of her career and her accomplishments in that area. I mean, I think that is where it's going to be so fascinating to see whether Donald Trump has another card to play here, because to Sarah's point, I mean, I haven't seen him do really anything to try to reach out and change those numbers. The fact that he's that far underwater, and that's going to be a fascinating part of the general election.
So the question everybody raises is, how does he build himself up? But he has left no doubt that he is willing to try to tear her down.